In that video I just created on the couch, the big couch out there in my immaculate living room. I briefly showed the bottom of my foot without even realizing it for about 10 seconds or so. Unintentional, but I'll age restrict it because of that. I don't care anyway, I just find it funny. Otherwise I wouldn't have had to age restrict the video. But I'm like, oh, well, I'm not going to age restrict this, and then up. Unintentionally, for more than a second, showed the bottom of my foot. Because I was just adjusting and I had my foot up, but I didn't even know it. That's what's funny. It's because I don't even know it, but I don't care anyway. Bought the Arctic Fox Target. Only because it's a, I don't have any FAO Schwartz 22 inch, these are all 15 inch. And the 22 inch ones are normally 20 bucks, I won't pay 20 bucks. I won't even pay percentage off 20 bucks. But the damn Arctic Fox was on sale for 33% off. So just about 33% off. It's 20 bucks, and it was on sale for 14. That's almost 33% off. And then I had another 20% off of it. I couldn't resist that. I got the $20 22-inch FAO Schwartz Arctic Fox for, with tax, under $12. And I paid for those 4 double fireballs that time that didn't even get me tipsy, nothing, because I didn't drink them fast enough. $9 with tax, just about $9. You know what I mean? So for $3 more, less than, or about, I got a stuffed animal that I've wanted. I just didn't want to pay $20. I thought I probably shouldn't get an all white stuffed animal, but then again, this one's black and white, you know, it still has a lot of white. I got my mom, so, you know, I'm not going to worry about that. Just have to be very careful. Anyhow, I've been doing all the laundry, like all the bedding slowly. I've been keeping up with doing my laundry. The house is still nearly immaculate, not completely. The living room's immaculate, the dining room, there's dishes in the sink, because I have to empty the dishwasher. I did, and then load it back up. Might be some crumbs on the counter from me pigging out non-Thanksgiving stuff. Well, non-Thanksgiving regular food. I bought a Bob Evans sweet potato. One of those ones that they sell. They make it yet. I'm still finishing up my healthy soup that I made with a pound of organic hamburger, 2 containers of 32-ounce Pacific organic beef bone broth, a whole bunch of quinoa. I think however many cups, is it 2 dry cups of quinoa makes 4 cups of quinoa? I don't know. I made a lot of quinoa, and I added some lettuce, some green leaf lettuce. That was going to go bad. So I had a nice big mug of that yesterday. you know, to balance out all the fucking crap I was eating. I'm still eating. I was eating Wednesday night. I was eating yesterday. Last video cut off. I'm not sure what I was saying at the end, but I did record it so I can find out what I was saying. But you get the gist anyway. It's just, I didn't call my mom yesterday. I wanted to see if she'd call me. I did leave my phone on all day long. And it did not ring. I didn't leave the house. It's not like it rang and I was in the bath. No, because if it rang and it was in the bathroom and it was my mom, I would call back. It's concerning that she didn't call me. But she's very out of it. I'm heartbroken. Here in Twilight Zone, Hellville, they could turn around and say, you know, your mom's not making progress. She doesn't want to do any of her therapy. Yeah, but you come late in the afternoon to give it to her, and that's the time she's really, really tired. You know? The day I was there, they were coming for her, and almost she was sound asleep. They probably didn't end up doing the therapy, and then their excuse would be, we're not going to wake her up to do it. Then do it earlier. But I could just say that to myself. It doesn't matter. It just all sucks. Like Joe say, it's symbolic. Everything you're doing, fighting an uphill battle, it's all symbolic. It's all we can do. So, yesterday on Comedy Central, I was watching episodes of Seinfeld. The reason I was just thinking right now, because I was like, what was I gonna say? I can't remember what I was gonna say. I was going to the bathroom. And it all connects, and that's why I was trying to think. Why was I gonna say that? Oh yeah, Seinfeld. They are good people. Jerry, Elaine, George. George is really bad. Kramer, they're not good people. But they get to have each other. They get to have friends. A lot of times that's the case, and Joe would say, "Yeah, that's the whole point, Laura." You know. A lot of times, if you're good, you're less likely to have people who like you. I've recently experienced. I've been tricked, and I've been tricked. Even not that long ago. I can't reveal my location, so I didn't share any of it with any, like, online at all. But suffice to say, it really, really killed me. Joe will often say to me, nobody likes him. And he accepts it because, especially these days, it's just, it's just not worth it. And in my case, Joe doesn't been all puppy dog naive like me, only to get repeatedly burned. Decades ago. Decades ago, whatever. I used to be really, really, like, I would do things and as I believed it's what I deserved. Now, rightly or wrongly, I believed it was what I deserved, It was really, really wild, shall we say. It all left me beyond fucking empty. But the whole point is, it's what I believed I deserved. So it was like punishment. None of those men were good men. You know what I mean? But again, we circle back. It's what I deserved in my head. So. But I don't do that shit anymore, and I haven't done it in a very long time. And these days, in a lot of ways, I am too good, and I get burned for it. Remember my female shelter friend who I believed naively believed, well, she has to care about me. She liked me when we both had nothing. Just because now I can, help her out here and there. I couldn't, and when we first became friends, I don't know, I was in the same fucking destitute boat as her, so that was my rationale. But there are other things besides money. And she loved me groveling all over her. So appreciative that she wanted me as a friend, and meanwhile, I'm just done. Just need to get to Joe and I belong together. I am so night and day different from what I was decades ago. My God. Didn't even recognize what I was. But the trade-off to that is I've been through so fucking much, and I've just, you know, what I was at least had hope and at least had belief. You know what I mean? Now I have nothing, nothing, nothing. Nothing at all. You know, people, those characters on Seinfeld, they're not good people. This is Joe. Again, Joe would say that's the whole point, Laura. They get to have each other, they get to have friends, but they're not good people. No. A lot of Seinfeld I haven't seen by chance. I fell asleep on the couch watching Seinfeld. It was on, it was all day on Comedy Central, and the contest, that one was funny. I'd seen that one before. Um, but there are others. There's a lot of Seinfelds I think I probably have not seen. Just like until I binge watched Friends on HBO, there were tons of Friends I hadn't seen. When it was on, I didn't watch it. There were years that I didn't watch those shows. I never knew. I wasn't sure if I really liked Seinfeld or not. I don't like it as much as I've liked other programs, that's for sure. But it's familiar. Again, it's back in a nostalgia, back in a time when our world wasn't what it indisputably is these days. Yeah, it's pure fucking chance. Pure chance that my mom gets this roommate who wants to keep my mom safe as possible. But it's only gonna contribute to my heartbreak because I'm I feel bad that the roommate has that burden that she's placed upon herself. Nobody's placed that burden on her. Not me, and certainly not staff. Staff gets mad if the roommate gets involved. The roommate was like, I don't care. Let them yell at me. I'm not going to let your mom fall in front of me. What am I going to do? Let her fall? I don't care if they yell at me. Let them. I don't care. Shows she has spunk. I already told you she's with it. She's on the ball, and then they still try to write her off. Oh, don't listen to her. Don't listen to her when she says things that I know are true. Why would she make them up? The morning after my mom arrived the day before, so the next day, they remember there's all changing of shifts, and they put her food in front of her, and the roommate piped up, you need to feed her. But if the roommate wasn't there to pipe up, they would have just left my mom to fend for herself. See. She needs to be watched. She needs to be fed. If we're not the roommate, my mom could be feeding her. She's down to be fed, but again, and then she could choke to death. She's been there for days when I came on Wednesday, and there's still, again, different staff, different whatever, because I said to the roommate, but they know this was to feed her. Have they been feeding her? Oh, yeah, they have, but sometimes they get a new one and they don't feed her. See? I know. Again, I walk in and they weren't feeding her. It's tedious. It takes a long time. They don't want to do it. Doesn't matter. She's down to be fed. It's doctor's orders from the hospital. Feed her. So I witnessed it and I complained and but again, roommate's gonna tell me everything, but that's hearsay. Get it? Hearsay. They don't like it when I say, well, so-and-so says this is happening. But on Wednesday, I witnessed it myself, so they can't say, oh, that's hearsay. I witnessed it. And I said, when the speech therapist came in, I said, my mother needs to be fed at all times. If you want to wean her away from someone feeding her, that's great, but you still need to supervise. You need to not be doing other things in the room. You need to be watching her. I walk in, and she's shoveling a huge fork full of food in her mouth. And then why does she have these cups that don't, she needs bigger cups with plastic. That's what we give everybody, I know, but my mom needs a straw with a cover. Why doesn't she have a bib? She's spilling all over her Johnny, and that's all she has to wear. Of course, the speech therapist is like, oh yeah, she should have a bib. I don't know why they're not giving her a bib. And again, what is supposed to happen on paper in these places often does not actually happen, including the amount of therapy you're supposed to be getting. I had people in church women say they get therapy every single day in the nursing home. No, I was told it's 5 days a week. It's not every single day. Fact is, the roommate's there now keeping my mom safe, and maybe, by the time the roommate has to leave, because it's not, the roommate's probably, a lot of people are not in nursing facilities for rehab for months, even though, but in any case, if the roommate has to leave, it'll be when my mom's gotten stronger. Maybe by the time the roommate has to leave. I mean, my mom just lucked out. When did you come? I just came a couple days ago. See, my mom lucked out. She gets this roommate, just came in a couple days ago, so we'll probably be at least there a month, and maybe by then my mother will be stronger. And I mean, I won't, but she stays 3 months, just like before. For obvious reasons, I'm hoping that. Okay, give me time to figure out what we're gonna do. I can't. But anyway, by then maybe my mom will be approved to be going to the bathroom herself with a walker or a wheelchair or whatever again, Maybe it'll all work out. I don't know. Like I said, it's a pure miracle chance that this roommate not only is there constantly to watch out for my mom, she's appointed herself my mom's protector, you know, but also, and she has to care enough to do it. But how sad that she gets scared when she has to go to therapy. And she begged me, can't you stay? You just stay till I come back? No. You go to therapy every fucking day, just like my mom's supposed to be doing. I'm not going to stay till you come back. That's silly. Because it doesn't address the fact that there's always going to be a time you're not in this room. And there can always, it only takes one wrong move on my mom's part. She's going to fall and she's going to be hospitalized and she'll probably die. There's nothing we can do. And that is killing me. It is fucking killing me 24 fucking 7, okay? I cry all the time, and when I'm not crying, I'm crying on the inside, right? But I'm still getting my ass to visit my mom at least twice a week. Again, lately it's been more because she just got in there and I wanted to see how things were going. That's the time you try to get things, you figure out what's going wrong and try to make it so it won't be going wrong. See? So, but once it gets settled in, it's only going to be twice a week, if that, if I don't get sick or injured or what have you. Or when I plan to go, it's a bad weather. Damn fucking straight, if it's really bad weather and I'm planning on going to visit my mom, I'm not going. Okay? Not gonna do it. But you know what I mean? It's just, but I'm still getting done what needs to be done, including keeping the house clean and I'm washing all my bedding, all my mom's bedding, but then I'm not even all the under the mattress protectors, all that, but then they don't even have to ever be washed again for months and months, you know what I mean? They're not touched, they're not anything, so. I'm so fucking miserable. I never even fathomed I was shielded from the knowledge of how miserable I could actually be.